Welcome to the deltasql user management tutorial. In this tutorial we will learn about the users and the different user types allowed by deltasql. So deltasql has 4 user types. There are guests, developers, project managers and administrators. Guests, they are visitors to a deltasql test instance. This deltasql test instance is accessible to anyone, and what guests can do, they can browse through the entire content of deltasql. They can list scripts, they can show them, but they can't edit or delete them. They can list modules, they can list projects, they can list branches and tags. They can also study the development tree graph of a particular project, in this case the deltasql server project, which doesn't have any branches but only tags. And most important feature for guests, they can synchronize a database. So if they have a database schema under deltasql control, they can generate the synchronization script. So here is a big script. So guests can browse through the content. If you have your own deltasql instance and you work for a company that does some kind of secret work, so it's not a good idea to expose deltasql to the outside of the internet. On the opposite, if you are managing an open source project, you can just expose the deltasql test instance to the internet so that anyone can see through the structure. Additionally, guests, they can browse through the documentation of deltasql. So now let's see the opposite of a guest, a power user and administrator. So we log in, and here we have, for this instance, we have exposed the password of the administrator. And administrators, they can do anything. They can, everything is allowed to them. They can submit script and list them, even view the deleted ones. They can create modules, they can create projects, so they can modify the structure of a deltasql project. They can create branches, so here they have the ability to branch, they can ability to create tags. They can do synchronization, they can watch who used deltasql, but the most important feature of administrators is that they can create users. And to see the next user type of deltasql, we create a new user. Name him Linus. And specify some email. And the rights we give to Linus is developer, and we insert the user, which is here. We go back and we log out as administrator, and we log in once as user, just to see how life is when you are a user. If you are a user, you can do one thing more that guests can do. You can submit scripts. So we already saw in other tutorial how to submit a database script, and you can edit scripts. If these are your own scripts, then you can delete them as well. Okay, so we saw that developers, they can list scripts, edit and delete the scripts they submitted themselves. Now let's log out and create a project manager. To create users we need to be administrator. We log in, we create a new user, Bill Gates. Bill Gates. And we will make him a project manager. We insert the user. And we log out. We then log in as Bill Gates. And as we can see, project managers are in between developers and administrators, because they can submit scripts, they can create modules, they can create projects, they can attach modules to projects, they can synchronize, but they can't do any user management. So these are the 4 user types. Hope to see you in the next video.